Good morning, everybody.
Yo, what up? What up, man? It's in the booth. It's your boy Messenja.
Canton Jones.
Ramona Jones.
Yep. Now just figure out what you do. Everything came together in the booth. Years later, and we still in the booth. Do a podcast with the interviews. Can't even stop what finna do. Got a resume longer than a limousine. Got something for the king, something for the queen. And we got a winning team, about to do the theme. Then we hit them with a bada boom, bada beam.
You know what it is when we in the booth. Speaking to the old, speaking to the youth. And no matter what, we gon' tell the truth. See time harvest, you gon' see the fruit. Put the kid tag, gotta pull it from the roots. Get the best and get the bag, gotta get the loot. Find another way to preach, we don't need a suit. To the rule in the game, looking for recruits. Let's go.
You
know I did with Canton Jones and Messenja in the booth podcast.
Zesty nuts. Thank you guys for joining us.
More healthy.
In the booth with Canton Jones and Messenja. Please
eating.
like, share, and subscribe to the show on Facebook,
I'm off the
YouTube,
sweets, y'all.
and all podcast platforms, including
Water.
Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts.
All right, you can see. The nuts almost gone.
They've been eating them all month.
These almost
They got
gone.
a little kick to them too. Those are different nuts.
These are good though.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Good.
Let me see.
It keep me from having to go get some sugar.
Now you was on a sugar habit.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. You start that.
I'm saving $10 a day by not going to
This
the
man
gas
had a
station.
$10 sugar habit, boy. You sound like
For
a
only a
straight
cup of
addict.
coffee a day.
You sound like an addict,
Yes.
$10 in my pocket
boy.
a
This
day.
man here's spending $65 a day in snacks.
Instead of gas.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's groceries, boy.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, $40, $50, $60, about $60 a week.
In pure snacks.
Just snackage. That's not even including the snacks that
Do
come
you go
that
to
came
the
in the house.
same spot, or do you have a dealer?
Nah, I just go wherever where I pull over.
A hostess
Yeah.
dealer.
That jug got a hog.
Yeah. Everybody got a little Debbie. Yeah, everybody got a little Debbie. I ain't
Not
gonna lie.
everybody.
Little Debbie? Little Debbie everywhere. Now some of the
not
items
upstairs.
might not.
Upstairs,
Oh nah,
Leave them alone,
is old
please.
Debbie.
Them Deborahs. Them big Deborahs.
The big Deborahs.
Instead of little Deborahs.
Okay.
Yeah, them ain't little Debbie's up there, but the big Deborahs, but expiration date was 2011.
All right, amen. If you want to write to the show or you've had some
Oh yeah,
good
if you wanna,
ideas other than Big
sponsor or
Debbie's.
advertise
Yes.
the show, please hit us up at In the Booth
Please
Pod.
forgive us for all of our
POD
words being off the screen. Oh, we don't know what happened.
mail.com. Oh,
It might not be off of their screen.
No, it's off.
yeah,
That bug is off the
.con,
screen. Yeah.
gmail.com.
Yeah, look, please forgive us. I don't know
We'll
what's
figure it
going
out.
on with our.
I think it was the new year. I don't know.
Yeah. Even our camera look crooked. Get us right, Cam. Yeah, man.
The wide.
The wide camera, man. We all just off today. Feel like I'm about to slide down the river. Look at, I'm leaning, man.
All right, amen.
Get me right, dog. Get me right, bruh.
Leaning on the everlasting. All right. Well, while he's doing that, we're going to be talking about should we trust our doctor's diagnosis?
Wow.
So it's automatic that you trust whatever the doctor says.
Well,
I mean, you trust them to do what they do, which is not be accurate all the time.
Well, that's what we trust them to do.
Yeah, like I trust you to miss the mark a few times. But yeah, like
there's wisdom in the multitude of counsel. So you want to get different perspectives about what's going on, but ultimately you gotta
and
you gotta hear from God.
Yeah, you want to know
on what to do.
Yeah, you want to know from people that have studied the body, their take on it.
Right.
So I know what to decree.
Right.
Like I would not known that I was pre-glaucoma if I didn't go to a specialist.
I told you that though when you were driving.
What?
You told him he was pre-glaucoma?
No, I ain't telling him he was pre-glaucoma. I was like, bruh, you didn't wear your glasses. No. With him, it's not that he couldn't see. It's that he wouldn't wear his glasses when he driving. Like, bruh, wear your I understand on stage you want your swag.
I don't need glasses to drive.
No,
I have no restrictions on my license.
Well, they need to
They should be, huh?
They need to do yours over, bro.
Every time I go get my license,
you need to drive with a magnifying glass or something, but you need your whole windshield wiper to be prescribed.
That's actually a good idea.
That's your whole windshield wiper. You got one side. This one. I feel like if a doctor, I want a doctor that's God fearing,
Right?
because everybody's not honest. So you can be giving me something with a motive to get money.
Yep.
You can be trying to get me on a certain type of medicine. You could be so
it's guaranteed that I come back.
And a lot of times people equate a doctor with a priest, as far as
the trust
level. What they're saying is from a motive of pure study, and this is what I see. Mm-hmm. They feel like it's not possible that they can actually manipulate certain things and do this and do that.
Oh, they can be having a bad day and they just want to get you out the office.
Right. Or
just tell you anything.
Or they can really be off.
That's my thing. Is like
sometimes they can be off.
You can misdiagnose. You know, I've seen it in my family where you overdose the person on the medication that you thought they were supposed to have, and it messes them up more. That can happen.
I mean, and the doctor can pass. What's a passing grade? C?
Yeah.
You know, what if your doctor is a C student? I mean,
somebody's going to perish for the lack of his knowledge. It was going to happen. Yeah,
I don't want to say that.
Because that's what it is.
But he passed.
Yeah, that's what it is.
He just didn't get all the answers right.
What you lack, you going to maybe mess somebody up.
Yeah, the one answer you got wrong is what I needed to hear.
Yeah,
right answer.
So I feel like everybody,
because they're human. You're talking about doctors. They're human,
and a lot of people can't afford to get a second opinion. A lot of people can't afford to get a second opinion, or a lot of people don't have the energy to get a second opinion, and they put the trust in that doctor.
Yep.
Sometimes now, if you've been with a doctor for a period of time, and you understand them, you trust them, or what have you, that's one thing. But I feel like you got to pray about everything, and you have to have peace within yourself about the answers that's coming. Sometimes news, and I've seen this in my family, the news of a sickness or disease made them more weak and more sick than the disease itself. Yeah. Knowing that you know what I'm saying, you came in, you all right, what going on, doc? You got such and such, and it breaks the spirit. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And the Bible talks about a broken spirit drieth up the bones. And so it is imperative that you have a spiritual life so that you could go to God about certain things. You know, God told me, I feel a certain way, you need to take this, 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 you need to drink this, you need to go to sleep, you need to cancel this, you need to do, and God I had to listen to God about health a lot of times, because when you just working and you got a passion for what you do, or you had your feelings hurt, or people die on you, your health is, sometimes, man. Sometimes the doctor can't pull up unforgiveness.
Right.
He can't pull up, man, your heart just got broke.
Oh, you stressed out.
Oh, you stressed out.
Not getting enough
sleep. That's the thing.
They can't pull up the spiritual things. They can only pull up food, exercise. This is what I see. You got a growth here, a lump here. But the origin of certain things that came from behavior or spirit or spiritual things or emotional things, they can't pull that up. And so sometimes God's been telling you to forgive somebody or let something go, or, man, quit this job, or stop doing this, or start doing that, or repent here, or forgive here. Or break. I'm not sick though. I'm well. I'll break up this relationship. Break up this relationship, and And sometimes we feel like, man, that's just something that I want to do, I don't want to do, I don't feel like doing, but don't think that your healing is connected to it.
Yeah.
And your healing, like it's like, I'm not telling you to stop that because, you know, I don't want you to have any fun. I'm telling you to stop that because it's killing you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, people don't look at it like that.
Is high blood pressure is not even a cardiovascular disease.
Wow.
Even though it's the issue was in your blood, it's not even a cardiovascular disease. The issue is your thoughts.
Wow.
Your thoughts is running your blood pressure up. That's
The
why
only time I had
yeah,
blood pressure issues was when I was pregnant.
Yeah, and so people, when your blood pressure, they sit down, give us some air. They're trying to calm your thoughts because your blood pressure is rushing off of thoughts. It has nothing to do with anything in your. There's nothing wrong in your blood. That's why when you have blood pressure issues, they don't do nothing with your blood. There's nothing wrong with your blood. It's your thoughts triggering that.
Wow.
So
And it's not always bad thoughts. I was just excited to be
it's
a
anxiety.
mom.
Yeah,
And,
anxiety. You got to get.
And it could be news that was just given to you by the doctor.
Right.
And like, you know.
And it creates that.
And it creates
certain anxiety.
And so we love doctors. We love what they do. We love their gift, you know. But I feel like along with a good doctor, you gotta trust God, and you gotta not only trust God but obey Him.
Can we talk about the other end of the spectrum? Like, we're talking about should you trust a doctor's diagnosis? What about not going at all?
Well,
Because some people go only for their annual exam, and then that's the only way they can get any kind of bad news. What if you just never go to the doctor?
I don't know. I mean, that's just up to you and what you think.
I wouldn't recommend that. I think, like I said, it's a lot of things you find out when you go to the doctor. And when you go to the doctor and you find something out, then, okay, well, then I know what to pray about and decree. And then when I come back to the doctor, my decree has changed
But what
everything.
if you never know?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if
And nothing
not
happens
going,
to you. You never get symptoms. You never get sick because you never know.
Praise the Lord.
And I know to what you're saying, there's a lady that we know.
Yeah, I think you should go to the doctor. Go to the dentist.
That went to the doctor, and she was being treated for cancer, and she was getting worse, and she decided to not go anymore. And she's still living, walking,
better than when she was going to the doctor.
And it's like, I think she felt like, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna live. And if I'm going, and with that, and with taking on that life, gave her new life. And some, because to me, cancer doesn't have a cure because it doesn't have a source. You can't pinpoint where it's coming from because it's coming from a place that's spiritual or coming from a place that's emotional. And so a lot of times they can't tell you, man, you're walking in unforgiveness, or you need to do this, or they can't pull that up. They can't read that on their thing. But the person, know that they're walking in something, or they dealing with something emotional. They just don't know that it's coming up as cancer, or they just don't know that it's coming up as high blood pressure, or they just don't know that it's coming up as diabetes. They just don't know. You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of stuff, when I was transitioning my health, I went to my mom and dad's grave and said, I love y'all, but I gotta go. And what I was saying was, I kept my dad's casket open in my mind for 3 years after he was gone, because I felt like that was the honorable thing to do, to honor, and in my mind I could see myself standing there just honoring him, and so, but that was also taking a toll on me spiritually, taking a toll on me, physically, and I was blowing up, I would turn it into, everybody know. And then with my mom, it was just like, oh God. But you have to be strong. You got to preach. You got to be a dad. You got to be a husband. But you still want to walk in this honor towards your parents. And in 2020, I was like, was it 2020 or 2021? It was 2021. I went and I was like, man, You know, but I started my transition in the 2020. But 2021, I went. When I tell you I cried, but I said that's it. I gotta go. I gotta leave this place where I know I am emotionally and where I know I am spiritually, because it's starting to kill me. It's starting to make me unhealthy to the point. And I told my wife that this happened in 2020, that she didn't know, and I was standing up and just fell. I just fell. I don't know why I fell, and then after that I went that month where I wasn't. The Lord told me not to talk. He told me to lay down. This is
Stayed in the bed for a whole month.
What is it? September, October, August.
August, yeah.
August 2020. It was 2020. Mm-hmm. August 2020. Couldn't say nothing. He said if you don't talk to your wife, kids, do not answer that phone. And I was done. And I remember I was fine in my bedroom. I was good. I was good at the house. And I never forget, it was we was doing for worshipers only.
Yep.
We had an event in August, one event that I could come to.
At the end of August.
At the end of August. Mm-hmm. One event, he told me that I couldn't do anything. Remember, it rained. We said it wasn't going to rain. Well, it was getting ready to rain, but we prayed the rain away. It was in the park. You don't remember that?
When we did Jonesboro.
Lee Street Park. We was praying. We was outside praying the whole time. We prayed the whole time. Think about the whole time. The big park. Mm-hmm. In Jonesboro. Big park we prayed to. Well, anyway, we was praying.
Had those boulders you could sit on.
And we were praying, and so Stacy was negotiating with the people, and I couldn't talk to Stacy. The Lord was like, "You can't talk," but Mona was talking to her. So she's on the phone with Mona, and I am.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. She's on the phone with Mona, and I'm trying to tell Mona what to say, but talk loud enough so that Stacy could hear me. And as soon, I was good. My energy was back up. I was straight. And I guess she don't know this either. And as soon as I said, "Tell them that we ain't doing it if they don't do it like this," and I lost balance. And he was like, "I told you not to say or do anything." And I was like, "Whatever y'all decide." That was it. And so when I got past that, I realized that my energy was so much into losing mom and dad, and not only losing mom and dad, but church hurt. Having to heal from family member stuff, and just have to take full healing. And one of the things that happened in was that year was something really, a revelation came out
same year.
about what happened to me in a situation. It's almost like you trying to have your body heal, but the thing that's making it bad is still in there. Like you stepped on a nail. Let's say you stepped on the nail. Mm. The nail is still in your foot, but you're trying to heal. You're trying to nurse it. You're trying to give it all of the ointment, but you don't take the nail out. Yeah. You just try to nurse it back to health with the nail in there. So that's what I was doing. I was trying to nurse myself back to health with the hurt. The thing that's hurting hadn't been dealt with or removed. And finally it had been removed. When it was removed, I was able to heal and get past it. That's how I got my weight back to normal, because I was, everything was back balancing out. But I had to really get myself straight emotionally and spiritually, which caused me to be physically healthy. And a lot of people don't look at it like that. You're taking meds, you're taking a lot of other things to help your body, but your body is being poisoned or diseased by the energy that's around you, your spirit, your emotions, and things. And so I charge people that along with going to the doctor, forgive. Along with going to the doctor, repent. Along with going to the doctor, obey God, break relationships. People who are not good for you, get away from them. Along with going to the doctor, because the doctor can do only so much, but he can diagnose you and get you something to get you better, but you're going back into the toxic atmosphere that caused you to be sick in the first place. Yeah. And so when you change your life and change everything around your life, it'll start changing your physical appearance. We declare we're aging backwards. We declare that we're in the best body that we can live in. We declare that our bodies are rejuvenating themselves every day. That is our our heritage. That is an inheritance that a lot of believers don't show up to get because they don't think that they can live like that. I believe that I can live young. Man, I just started coaching Young's team this week. I felt like a little kid out there, and I was like, wow. As I get older, I'm getting younger because and here's the thing. I know we got to go. I came to a crossroad where I had to make a choice, but I go shaka. I'm sorry. I had to make a choice. I got my parents. I got the hurt. I got the past. I got all that stuff there. And then I got Yust right here. And I'm like, I can't let y'all take, as much as I love y'all, I can't let y'all take my health away from him. Mm-hmm. So I have to turn my back on that, heal from that, and say, Mom, Dad, and all the past, I gotta go this way because he needs me now more than ever. So please don't. I felt like, please don't be mad at me. I'm still loyal to y'all, but I'm gone. And that was a very, very, very hard thing to do to a person that's super loyal to his parents, to a person that had great parents. I had phenomenal parents. And so when you are, this is a great topic, don't put your trust in no man completely anyway.
Yeah, that's more my thing is that the doctor is still a human being.
Right.
They're not God.
Right.
They can miss the mark. That they are studying.
Yeah. That's why they call it a practice.
It's a practice.
Yeah.
They're studying. God is not inside of a study because he's all knowing.
Yeah.
You study to know. If you're still studying, it's saying I don't know it all.
Right.
So if God knows it all and the doctor is studying, I'm going to put my trust in the one that knows more than the one that's studying. Right. So therefore, inside of that study, there's too much room to miss, your targets within that. And when you do that, people, like I said, you're going to perish because of lack of knowledge, not necessarily your own, but if you're the doctor, what you lack can cause harm on me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's the test he missed, the couple questions that he missed.
Exactly. So your lack of knowledge can cause me to perish in a certain area. But what I want to say is that the way I live my life is I allow the doctors to do what they do.
Right.
You give me whatever you say, and then when I come back, whatever you say is going to be completely opposite. For 15 years of my life, there's no negative report that a doctor has given me, my daughter, my sons, or my wife, anybody in my household. 15 years, every negative report, when we came back, they had to say the opposite of what they gave us. And now I'm collecting paperwork.
Yeah.
The paperwork from the initial diagnosis, and then when we come back, I'm getting the no longer sees a trace of this. I'm getting the initial diagnosis of this, and what I'm doing is in KIU, I'm gonna have a hallway.
Yeah.
It's gonna be called Decree Hallway. Yeah. On this side, it's gonna be the initial, and on the floor, it's gonna be Decree.
Yeah.
And on this side, it's gonna be Gone.
Yeah.
Almost like a producer hallway. They got plaques.
Yeah.
We're gonna have.
I like it.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah. That's dope.
Paperwork. Yeah. To say what a decree can do.
Yeah.
So I've started collecting paperwork on my sister Toom. I said, go get the original paperwork.
Yeah.
She went and got the original paperwork. I said, okay, show me where that. Boom, highlight that. Okay, go get me the paperwork from your doctor that you just got from the MRI.
Yeah.
she had this tumor on her brain.
And tell them to take pictures too. Put
Yeah,
pictures
yeah.
up.
On her brain for years. I didn't even know. She was taking medication for the tumor. The tumor was still there. They had the size of it and everything. And once I found out, I said, okay, come over. And I pointed at her forehead and told the tumor to leave.
Yeah.
Now she goes back and get an MRI last month. The tumor is gone.
Yeah.
I said, okay, go give me the paperwork.
Yeah.
There's not a negative report in the last 15 years.
Come on.
My daughter was supposed to have more seizures, didn't have them.
Yeah.
Supposed to have asthma because she had eczema, never got it. Like my
What?
Yeah.
Who said he's supposed to have asthma because you got eczema?
On my wife's side, they deal with eczema and they have asthma too.
Oh, okay.
So,
but not because of.
Yeah, it runs together on their side.
What?
Yeah. So when Nyla showed up with eczema, she said, "Well, the asthma come with it." I said, "She'll never have asthma."
Yeah, in Jesus' name.
Yeah. And same thing with my son. He came out with eczema too. Like I'd never seen eczema before my daughter. I didn't know what it was. I was like, "What's this stuff on her skin?" She was like, "Oh," my wife was like, "That's eczema. You never seen that before?" Because she knew about it on her side. I was like, "No." I was like, "No, but she can't have this. Nope, she won't have this." I decreed, boom, it was gone. Cam came out with eczema. I was like, dang. I decreed this eczema, it would dry up, it would leave, you would not have eczema, you would never have an asthma attack. Boom, gone. She get pregnant with KK. I said, this one would not have it. I forgot to catch it on Cam. So I said, KK will not have eczema. He didn't come out with eczema. So I'm controlling everything with decree.
You gonna say it the next time y'all have a kid?
Yeah, I say it. Cause it ain't gonna happen.
You couldn't even get that one out.
You couldn't get it.
But I want to say this real quick. The same thing that you were saying about the doctor, I've had to do about pastors.
Yeah.
Like, even though the pastor knows God and, you walk with God, you study, you do all your study and all that, you're still a human.
Yeah.
So to avoid that church hurt and that you should have done or whatever, you told me the wrong thing, I look at them the same way.
Yeah.
Pastors and doctors, to me.
You get in the presence of God and do what he tells you.
Right. That's why if you hear from God for yourself, then you don't have to trust it, and you don't have to feel like, this pastor let me down, this doctor let me down. No, you hear from God for yourself.
Yeah. Feel like,
bro, the doctor pretty much tells me where to direct my next decree.
Yeah.
That's what I use a doctor for.
Yep. That's good.
All right, y'all.
You got this.
We're not telling you not to go to the doctor now.
Go.
Take Jesus along with you.
Yeah, go to the doctor.
Let two people in
let
the
them tell you
examination
something
room.
that you don't know about yourself.
And be ready
Everything came together in a booth.
change your life.
Years later,
Be ready to change your life.
Yeah.
Not just eating and exercise.
Let some stuff go.
Everything.
Forgive it.
Change
shit you're hanging around.
Like my
Change
shit,
what you're
people.
listening to. Music, media, all that stuff.
And laugh.
Laugh a lot. It's help to the bone. See how he begins, he's laughing all the time.
I think laughter brings up.
Yeah, all your vitals down. Yeah.
Man, we see y'all, man.
Bye. You're stupid.